Alrighty, thank you. Hello and welcome to the Cygnet Theatre. This is Paging Dr. Chutzpah. Thank you so much for coming. You're an awesome audience. Alrighty. If for any reason, the exit's right there. Please just feel free to let yourself out. Please come. We have one more show tomorrow. We're very excited. And please tell everyone if you enjoyed it so we can have another crowd. Alrighty. At this time, please enjoy Paging Dr. Chutzpah. Enjoy.
The office of psychiatrist Dr. Lester Oronofsky on Park Avenue South. There is a view to die for. A large oak desk with antique lamp at left. A long leather couch downstage right. The chair across from it is a reclining, vibrating lounger. There is a door at left and upstage door. Lester, mid-60s, in sweater and slacks, is lying prostrate on the sofa, stomach down, his face squashed into the pillows. It seems he has slept here all night. Myrna Jorgenson, a statuesque, authoritative, well-dressed assistant, late 40s, well-kept in pantsuit, enters from door left. She moves to the desk without making notice of Lester. Although he talks to her, she's heard it all before and does not react.
Never again, never again. If I ever do it again, I want you to poke out my eyes. Did I say poke out my eyes? That is too kind. If I ever do it again, drive a steel spike through my brain. Yes, that's it. A steel spike. A dirty steel spike. I want you to hook up my testes to an electrical current and turn the power on super high. 50 watts, no, 75. Did I say hook my testes up to an electrical current? Oh, that is too kind for a man like me. Bring me a pig, I will slaughter the beast myself and in front of a rabbi. And any members of this congregation he sees fit to bring along, I shall eat the pork, which shall send me directly to hell, which is what I deserve.
Myrna types quietly on the computer, prints something, and proofs it, never looking his way.
This time I really mean it. Things have to change. Things around here are going to change. But first I want you to drive a large 2-ton truck directly up into my anus. The rabbi can come and watch that too.
During the following, Myrna prepares the office, puts out a fresh box of tissues and balm and water, then fluffs the pillows.
Not 13 anymore, not 25, I'm not even 32. And I never tell a woman I've reached 56, so let's just start acting the age that I'm pretending to be, 34.
During the following, Myrna prepares Lester, ties his necktie, stuffs his shirt into his pants, sits him down and runs an electric shaver over his face, combs his hair and puts in styling gel, completely dresses him head to toe, ending with sliding him into a houndstooth jacket.
I, Lester Oronofsky, being of sound mind and body, do hereby swear on the life of my mother, who herself is of sound mind and body, do hereby once again swear on my life that never again will I lie down with a woman, being of the opposite sex, without full commitment. I shall not kiss, fondle, grope, cajole, penetrate, lick, palm, stroke, tongue, or manipulate with my big toe a woman for any sexual favors without being in love with her for as long as I shall live. So help me God. Amen.
During the following, Myrna blows his nose into a tissue loudly, uses a Q-tip on each of his ears and a lint brush everywhere.
Next Hanukkah, you have my permission to set me aflame with all 7 candles of the menorah.
There are 8 candles on the menorah.
Cursed again, that's my life. One big curse. What do I do now? What in the world do I do now, Miss Jorgenson? Tell me, what do I do?
She physically opens his fingers to place in them a pen, takes his other hand and forces him to hold a pad.
Your next patient is here, Dr. Oronofsky.
Is she pretty? Or large-busted? What if she's pretty and large-busted? What if she develops a crush on me? Or simply turns a certain way and catches my eye? I can't chance this, Miss Jorgenson. I cannot do this.
You'll be fine, Doctor.
You can't leave me alone in here with a patient. I won't be able to stand it. There have been others, plenty of others. Miss Jorgenson, you know there have been others. Is there 13 in a baker's dozen?
Yes, Doctor.
There have been 2 baker's dozens others.
This month.
And you want me to chance seducing a patient? Damn it, 2 dozen bakers. As my assistant, Miss Jorgenson, don't you have anything to say to me?
Your test came back. Negative, not chlamydia. Congratulations.
I can't do this.
You patient waiting out there as someone who is coming to you for serious introspective psychiatric evaluation.
You're saying not sex?
Not sex? That would be correct.
Got it. What if her calves are sweet like sugar? What if her hair flows like a tasty blue lagoon? What if her calves are sweet like sugar and her hair flows like a tasty blue lagoon? I won't be able to keep my pants on.
You've been consulting Dr. Baxter for weeks now. With great results. I trust you.
You do?
With all my heart.
I have to start seeing my patients as human beings with deep psychological or neurological problems, not conquests. Sexual conquests. That's what Dr. Baxter says. Not conquests, not conquests.
Your lockjaw test came back negative. Congratulations.
Miss Jorgenson, does 3 pi equal 9?
Yes, doctor.
There have been 5 pi of women I have been in this very office, Miss Jorgenson, a medical doctor's sacred office. If I do not reform today and be a good doctor, God shall smite me dead with his mighty wrath. Or something worse, a giant brick on my head.
Oh, doctor, those women were just small, insignificant, petty, little, too-fit, trivial, unimportant, meaningless indiscretions.
But thinking about it has gone to her, and she snaps his pencil in half.
Well, some of them were fairly large indiscretions.
I am so sorry, Dr. Oronofsky.
She finds a fresh pencil and puts it back into his hand.
I know that happens here isn't all your fault. The private room you take them to at the end of the hall with the view of Central Park, your expensive furniture and pull-up bed. That happened here last night and many, many previous nights. It all meant nothing to you. I know that. I never told you this. But I can tell the women fill out the patient questionnaire if they are going to be one of yours. That you won't be able to resist. And yesterday, I knew when she came here with her crazy Russian accent, with those batting eyes, C-cups, and shoulder-length hair, blabbing about her estrangement from her megalomaniac television commercial producer husband, and you couldn't resist.
He had a couple of hits.
And sure enough, you took her to your private room at the end of the hall with the view of Central Park. You couldn't resist. I saw the way she crossed her legs. A respected man like you should not be able to contain himself. Like this? Yeah. Then she got this little kick in her foot. Like this, right? Then she threw her head back and becoming very emotional. Am I right, doctor? Like this? Ran her fingers through her hair. Total seduction.
Yes, exactly like that, Miss Jorgenson. Except when she did it, I was very turned on.
Myrna snaps out of her central daze, rises, and crosses to the door.
Well, it's over with now.
I will no longer kiss, fondle, grope, cajole, penetrate, flick, palm, stroke, tongue, or manipulate with my big toe.
I'll send Miss Kitty Gypsy in right away.
Holy crap! That's the name of my next patient? You can't send a girl in here named Kitty Gypsy. That name reeks of sex.
She's a lovely, innocent woman.
But couldn't her name be Bertha Krasnow or Edith Lipschitz? I'm sure those names wouldn't turn me on.
It must be very hard.
It is very hard.
She flips on the chair, which vibrates.
Do you think this is a good idea, Miss Jorgenson?
You have to relax, doctor. You have a full schedule today, and your nephew is coming to visit.
Herman? Herman's coming to visit?
You know how he looks up to you. That's why he became a psychiatrist. He wants to talk to you about his future.
Herman Spritzer is coming here to the office to talk to me about his future. I haven't seen Herman since his bar mitzvah.
I'm sure he won't hold that against you.
I became incredibly emotional at the temple and broke down. I wept so incessantly they wouldn't let me hold the Torah. Then at the party, at the sight of the little boy becoming a man was too much to bear. I overdid it on the halava and spent 4 hours in the emergency room with acid reflux.
He won't hold that against you.
Herman, in my office.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I shall take him under my wing. I will teach Herman Spritzer everything I know about good psychiatric medicine.
I thought you liked him.
My God, I'm going to ruin the boy!
He breaks down and weeps. She takes him in her arms. For her it is more sensual, but he is just crying.
Should I send Miss Kitty Gypsy a now, sir?
Yes, thank you.
She exits.
Not conquests, not conquests, not conquests.
Myrna comes back in with Kitty Gypsy, 20, sexy as hell, in high boots and a low-cut, high-crotch cat's outfit, complete with tail and ears.
Dr. Oronofsky, I'm so glad you could see me. Well, I can see you're in good hands now. Good luck, Miss Gypsy. Good luck, Doctor.
Myrna exits slowly, looking back occasionally.
Miss Gypsy, have a seat.
Even when she sits, it's sexy. Lester stares, then sits.
Well now, let's see your questionnaire here. You say you're
I'm a stripper, and I'm feeling a little down on myself.
Lester inadvertently turns on the vibrating chair. Embarrassed, he quickly turns it off.
not.
I work at Cheetah's. It's a gentleman's club on West 23rd. Oh, let me give you a 20% discount coupon.
Oh, thank you.
Believe me, that's not the first place I expose myself in.
I believe you. Go on.
Should I lay down, Doctor?
Are you not feeling well?
I just thought it might be something you might want me to do.
Well, of course it's something I might want you to do. As the doctor, you mean. Lie down. Make yourself comfortable.
Seems I always find myself on my back.
Can I get you a blanket and a pillow, Miss Gypsy?
Do I need a blanket and a pillow?
Of course you don't need a blanket and a pillow unless you're going to do something that involves having a blanket and a pillow.
Should I take my shoes off?
Do you want to take your shoes off, Miss Gypsy?
She pulls them off, then lies back down, arching her back to get comfortable. This turns Lester on too much, and he moves across the room, as far away from her as possible, and faces the wall.
It's okay if you call me Kitty. My full name is Kitty Gypsy. Well, that's not my given name, of course. My given name is Tiffany Rage. But I changed it when I got into stripping, so that I wouldn't disgrace my family name.
I will put that down in my notes.
I've seen a few analysts over the past 2 years. Not more than twice a week. Mostly regarding my anger for my chosen profession. Are you familiar with stripping, Doctor?
Never heard of it.
It's not an easy life. It's a darn difficult life, actually. But I've come a long way. I have a following now, and a website. I guess I just couldn't wait to show off my new breasts to the world. Well, they weren't these breasts exactly. I had some work done. But when they were fresh and new, oh God. I just loved holding these pert little babies and sticking them into a guy's face. Well, you can understand that, can't you, Doctor?
More than you'll ever know.
I didn't really like the first place I worked. Well, the boss, he wasn't the nicest of guys. I mean, I didn't mind having sex with him and his brother and his brother's wife. But the food. So then I went across town where a friend of mine was stripping, and she was also a hostess and occasionally did some extra work for the customers in the alley out back. And I took the weekend shift. It was a little more wild than the first place, but I think the whole thing was just to get back at my parents anyway, so exposing my coochie was no big deal.
Lester kicks the wall and smacks the side of his head with his hand.
Are you okay, Dr. Oronofsky?
What makes you think I am not okay?
Should I get comfortable?
Absolutely no.
But I'm still in my work clothes. I feel so dirty.
Dirty? All right then.
He goes to his desk and puts on a very dark pair of sunglasses so he cannot see Kitty climb out of her costume.
Gypsy?
Dr. Oronofsky, what are you doing?
I'm listening intently, Miss Gypsy, and biting my bloody lower lip.
You're not looking at me.
I'm not. Well, perhaps you are unfamiliar with the new Braverman technique. Yes, it's a therapeutic method by which the counselor eliminates stress and anxiety in the patient by completely ignoring them.
But wouldn't you like to turn around and look at me?
And insult Dr. Braverman? I'm far too professional for that. And besides, I can hear you perfectly from here. Go on, your father shows up while you are stripping, yes?
None of the other doctors I've been to faced a wall, wore dark sunglasses, and refused to look at me, Dr. Oronofsky.
There are a lot of hacks, Miss Gypsy.
Kitty rolls over, pushing her ass into the room.
I just feel like you're not even paying attention to me. And in my line of work, that could be considered rude.
You're right. Absolutely. Right. Much better. Continue, Miss Gypsy.
You have a pad of paper in front of your face, Dr. Oronofsky.
You feel more comfortable if I put the pad down?
I would feel more comfortable if you put the pad down.
Then I'll put the pad down.
He lowers the pad and his eyes zoom in on her ass with an odd look.
You have a funny look.
My family is part Swedish.
No, I've seen that look before. Oh my god, at the strip club!
Is Cheetah's a strip club?
It's that loss of control look that men get. None of my other 6 psychiatrists got that look.
Were they licensed in this state?
I did my research, Dr. Oronofsky. Your website says that you are New York's top psychiatrist.
I work 364 days a year, taking off just one day for the Holy of Holies, Yom Kippur, to golf.
Your published works on schizophrenia and multi-orgasms were legendary.
You've read me.
I have a thirst for knowledge, Doctor. But life threw me a curveball.
I haven't been published in a while. Busy with other things.
Their eyes meet.
May I get you a glass of water, Miss Gypsy? Or perhaps some condoms and scented oil to rub your breasts down with?
Why would I need condoms and scented oil to rub my breasts down with?
Of course you don't need condoms and scented oil to rub your breasts down with, unless you're going to do something that would involve having condoms and scented oil to rub your breasts down with. What are you,
Kitty removes the top portion of her cat costume.
It's so uncomfortable and cheesy. Do you mind?
Let's get back to the problem, Miss Gypsy. What brought you here today to see me?
Well, my father left us when I was 4. Mom told me he wanted nothing to do with me. But I think it's because she got fat and ugly and he met a cheerleader. Who knows the truth? Then suddenly he popped back into my life at 15. He wanted to have a relationship with me. I didn't. By that time, I was living with my boyfriend, who was 34 at the time.
I'm 34.
That's funny. Anyway, when my mother found out that I was living with my boyfriend, she went berserk. It wasn't the age difference that really upset her, but she was disturbed by the fact that I lived together in a polyamorous threesome relationship with the man and my girlfriend, June.
June?
Oh, you know June?
No.
Because a lot of people know June. She was the hostess who occasionally did some extra work for the customers in the alley at the back. You'd remember her if you knew her. Anyway, we were a happy couple. Triple, triad, triangle, whatever.
In getting comfortable, Kitty has opened her blouse enough for us to know that she is not wearing a bra. Lester draws himself closer to her.
If you'd be more comfortable, I have a private room at the end of the hall with a view of Central Park. It might help.
How what?
May I get you a thong and a glass of wine?
Why would I need a thong and a glass of wine?
No, of course you don't need a thong and a glass of wine unless you're going to do something that would involve a need for a thong and a glass of wine.
I wear a G-string anyway. See it?
Miss Gypsy, I'm going to have to ask you to dress, to put your clothes back on. This is highly irregular.
I hate clothes. They mask who I really want to be. An artificial canvas of my true identity. There's a brain up here. I'm not just a body, I'm also a brain. I hate who I am. Why am I who I am, Dr. Oronofsky?
Please call me Lester.
What?
I call you Kitty. You call me Lester.
Isn't that irregular? To call your psychiatrist by their first name? My other 6 psychiatrists were nothing like you. They never let me call them by their first name. I feel safe with you.
Miss Jorgenson should never have booked you with me. especially not today. I'm trying a new approach for my work, and having you here, so vulnerable, so pretty, so very exposed.
You just need to be held. Why is that a crime these days? Why does it have to lead to something?
It doesn't have to, but then it's terribly disappointing.
He might even make a move, but Myrna enters dressed in flower print blouse dress and now speaking with an Irish brogue. She moves to the desk and does a quick double take to their close-ups.
Sorry for the interruption, Doctor, but I needed to get the Finnegan Fiona Fitzroy flannery foil.
They're not moving until Lester breaks the spell and crosses away from Kitty.
Yes, good. Fine work, Kitty. Perhaps things are moving in the right direction. Why don't you freshen up, and we can continue.
That would be great. If I don't get these pasties off within 2 hours of work, my nipples feel like they've been raped with a claw hook. You know the feeling?
I'd like to.
Lester opens his private door and she exits.
Dear God, it's a good thing I came in when I did. What were you doing, Doctor? That girl was halfway out of her clothes.
Not the good half. That's an improvement for me.
I was sitting at the desk, never dreaming of her crushing air would throw you off like this, and thinking how I would have had the guts to show you this.
She turns and opens her dress to reveal sexy underwear and garter. He is nonplussed.
That's a new outfit, Miss Jorgenson.
It's my bra and garter, Dr. Oronofsky.
Good color on you, Miss Jorgenson. Are you checking in patients with that bra and garter, Miss Jorgenson?
That bra and garter is only for you, Dr. Oronofsky.
What is your intention with that bra and garter, Miss Jorgenson?
I'd like for possibly the two of us to have a talk. A serious talk, I mean. A real talk. About things.
Talk about the office staff. Set it up. Put it in my book. And while you're putting that in my book, put this in my book. Call Dr. Pollard. I want an appointment with him first thing in the morning.
Did you find a lump, sir?
Pardon me?
Dr. Potter's practice is limited to mammograms, sir.
Oh, still it can't hurt. Now, if you will excuse me, this kitty gypsy is exactly what I need.
He exits.
I'll order up the 12 pounds of whipped cream and licorice like the last time.
Kitty enters in as few clothes as possible, even less, followed by Lester.
I was thinking in there, besides that I have a great bubble butt, why can't you and I be friends? Why can't human beings be like elephants, like community, helping each other, not worrying that if they touch someone, it might lead to something? Or, so what if it leads to something? Why does it have to be permanent? We're all animals, Doctor. Animals in need of touching and feeling. Why are people afraid to be human?
Miss Jorgenson, it's time for you to go.
Are you sure that's a good idea, Doctor? Very well.
She exits.
You are a marvelous case study, a topic that interests me.
Oh, no. I'm just a person. Another human being crying out for help to another human being. Yes, I'm totally open for interpretation. Help me mold myself into a new person. Take me on a new path. Find the Tiffany inside my kitty.
Yes, that is where I want to be. Inside your kitty.
Instead of jumping her bones, which is his first thought, Lester grabs a pad and begins to write.
I am going to bring you back to your former self, dear, not the girl who became the stripper, but the girl who wanted more. So much more.
My aspirations? Call girl.
Further back.
I wanted to be the first woman astronaut.
There have already been women astronauts.
Hot ones? I wanted to be the first hot woman astronaut.
Anything more current?
My real secret dream was to dance.
Incredible.
Ballet.
Then an artist of some type, maybe a dance teacher or choreographer.
She does in a dodge, then a switch of turns, then ends with a grand lung.
Beautiful!
You can help me find my way, Doctor?
Yes, it's been a long time since I've ever felt like this. The work, Miss Kitty, Miss Rage, not the body, not the breasts, but who you are. I can't believe I'm saying this. You and I are going to make history. Not sex.
You're saying not sex.
Not sex. That would be correct. This has never been done before. Take a girl off the streets and turn her into a princess.
That's never been done before?
Not by me. I'm going to write a paper. I'm going to publish a paper that will bring me even more fame and prestige, change the direction of my career, bring me back to my former glory, and you will be my subject.
I'm so turned on right now.
Unfortunately, our hour is up. I must work on my thesis, how I will approach my theme, my point of view of my article.
She dresses and goes for things.
Well, if you need me, I'm on the 4 to midnight shift tonight. It's pretty slow that time of day, but the booze is half price, and it's 2-for-1 lap dances.
If we work fast enough, we can make the deadline for next month's American Journal of Psychiatry. They might even put my picture on the cover.
Mine too? I can wear the slutty schoolgirl outfit.
Bravo, Miss Gypsy. I will have Miss Jorgenson set up 5 appointments a week. Together we are going to change the psychiatric world.
Kisses his cheek and exits. Lester pulls out a dozen notepads from a drawer and a bunch of pencils.
Miss Jorgenson, set up 5 weeklies for Miss Kitty Gypsy and schedule me for a stool culture and pencils. I need lots more pencils. I'm writing again.
Your nephew Herman has arrived. Shall I send him in, Doctor?
Herman, I completely forgot about Herman. Yes, oh my. Send Herman in at once.
Lester is a basket case. He removes his tie and tries to tidy up. He exits to change. There is a soft knock on the door, and enter Herman Spritzer. 30s, dressed well, sharp hair and glasses. His general look is the same as Lester's. He crosses to Lester's desk and starts to embrace it. Then over caressing it just as Lester enters and catches him.
Herman! Uncle Lester! Herman, I can't believe it's you. My nephew. Dear Lord, you haven't changed a bit.
And you are the most perfect psychiatrist there is.
Oh, well, yes, I am.
You are my god. The most perfect mind to ever study modern post-Freudian psychiatry.
You're being too kind.
No, you are Yeshua himself.
Well, Yeshua, perhaps. A young Yeshua.
When I was in school, all I could think about was growing up to be Uncle Lester.
Well, is that so?
I've never forgotten a single thing about you. Here, I brought you a present. It's halva.
Lester laughs, then Herman laughs exactly the same.
Sit down, Herman. There's plenty of time to be me.
Herman sits on the sofa, admiring.
You look well. You look good.
I'm a psychiatrist, Uncle Lester. Can you believe it? I'm a full-blooded psychiatrist.
Yes, I'm sorry I didn't make your graduation.
Oh, don't even think twice about it.
I also missed your Little League games and the time you performed as the lead King Assuero at the class production of the original musical based on the Wikia and the Purin story, and every school graduation you have ever had, and your emergency appendectomy if you want to count medical events.
It was enough that Mom told me you were thinking of me.
I was. You got the gift I sent for your graduation.
A $200 gift certificate to the Adam and Eve catalog is more than I expected.
I could up it.
Oh, I'm fine. Frankly, I don't know what I would buy with a $200 gift certificate to the Adam and Eve catalog.
If you want any suggestions, let me know. I'll have Miss Jorgenson print out a list from my personal files.
She seems to run the office well, Myrna.
Couldn't do any of this without her. She's a gift from above. Let's celebrate you being here with a drink. A drink. Gosh, Herman, it's amazing that you're here. We haven't spent any real quality time together since...
My wrists.
Herman laughs. Lester does the same.
Your Brit Milah ceremony.
I was 8 days old.
I remember I became incredibly emotional at the house when the mole took you in his arms. I broke down. I wept so interminably at the sight of you being brought into the Jewish faith. And at the after party, I overdid it on the mandel bread and had to be treated for a gastrointestinal disorder for 6 months. But I remember the blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us concerning the circumcision. Have you decided where you're going to set up your practice yet, Herman?
I like living on the island. And I applaud your work ethic, Uncle Lester. I was hoping maybe I could set up a practice here with you.
In my office.
I'm being too forward.
What's to think about? No.
I mean, if you want to think about it.
What is there to think about? Your family.
Oh, I can't believe this.
Your blood.
I'm going to be working side by side with Dr. Lester Oronofsky.
We're a team.
When Dad died, you were there. You were my father, your sister was my mother, and you were my father.
Yes. Try not to say it just like that in public. But that was the general idea.
My whole life, I wanted to look like Uncle Lester. I wanted to talk like Uncle Lester. And I wanted to dress like Uncle Lester. Is that a houndstooth for Uncle Lester?
Yes, it is.
I need to buy one of those. My houndstooth coat, like Uncle Lester.
What can I get you to drink, Herman?
What do you drink, Uncle Lester?
I drink straight bourbon, Herman.
I'll have the same.
How were your
Drink straight bourbon, like Uncle Lester.
How were your grades in school there, Herman?
Straight A's, just like you.
Good boy. And your social life?
None. Just like you. Work, study.
Just like me.
Look how I've grown. I'm 6'3" now.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm almost 5'9" myself.
Lose 6 inches. To be as tall as Uncle Lester.
How's your mother?
She doesn't believe in psychiatry. She thinks I'm corrupting people.
You know what she needs?
What?
A psychiatrist. I have an idea. I'll make something up, some grotesque problem, and you can analyze me. We'll see how you deal with the issues. If you're going to be my partner.
Lester exits and taps on the door gently. Herman has no idea why. Again, more knocks until Herman gets it.
Oh, come in.
Dr. Spritzer, Federico Constantinople, I have a 2 o'clock appointment.
Who the hell is Federico Constantinople?
That's your 2 o'clock. Play along, Herman, play along.
Oh, of course. Mr. Constantinople, please come in. Have a seat. On the couch. That would be protocol.
Good. Never been to a psychiatrist before, Dr. Spritzer.
I get so excited when you, Uncle Lester, call me Dr. Spritzer. It's amazing.
Play along.
Of course. Mr. Constantinople, why don't you start off telling me a little about yourself?
Well, I'm having these issues with my wife. It's your run-of-the-mill communication issue.
I see.
And occasionally we...
I'll tell you what you have to do. Have her murdered.
What?
She doesn't understand you.
No, it's just we can't communicate.
Bullshit! Always hounding you to do things.
It's not like
Do
that.
you know anyone in La Costa Nostra?
Herman!
She's got to be taken out.
You can't say that to...
You don't bury her in the backyard? Soon she will make your life a living hell, believe me. I've read all about this stuff in the texts.
Okay, all right. Herman, you have to stop this.
Is there a problem with your service, Mr. Constantinople?
I'm Uncle Lester, now listen to me. Where did you quit? You cannot tell a patient such a thing.
Of course not.
Maybe we should try this again.
Please, Uncle Lester, let me try again. I need another chance. Another chance for us to be Spritzer and Oronofsky.
Spritzer and Oronofsky?
Herman Spritzer and Lester Oronofsky. Psychiatric care.
Don't you think it should be the other way around? Never mind. All right. We'll talk about this later. You must have been nervous. I mean, you scared the living shit out of me for a second.
It's you, my idol. Graduation last week, all the medical terms jumbled in my head. I'll be fine. I'll concentrate. I'll be better. I promise.
I'll just go out and come in again?
Yes, sir. Thank you. This is such an opportunity.
Lester exits as Herman meditates a moment. Then Lester taps on the door.
Oh, I know this. Come in.
Dr. Spritzer, Ernest T. Culpepper here at 11:30.
There must be some mistake. Where the hell is Federico Constantinople? Isn't this his time?
I'm Culpepper now, okay? Constantinople canceled his appointment.
If it was less than 24 hours, he'll be charged for a full 15-minute session.
You are going to be a psychiatrist. Okay. Should I take to the couch, Doctor?
Oh, please, Mr. Coleman, have a seat. Why don't you start off telling me a little about yourself?
Well, the problem is, mostly the boss is very overbearing.
Have the
And
cocksucker murdered.
Herman!
There's nothing worse than a boss with a head case. Give them an inch, next thing you know it's overtime without pay, and a cutback on your dental insurance.
This is insane! Where did you learn this stuff?
Do you know anyone in the Russian mafia?
I'm giving you one more chance, Herman. Herman!
I failed you, Uncle Lester.
Let's say I was someone who came to you angry at their mother.
Run her over with an SUV. God, I really suck at this.
Lester takes Herman into his arms.
Herman, it's the pressure. I've seen it before with new graduates. My poor boy, my boy.
Lester becomes a little uncomfortable and moves off.
I just wanted to be like you, Uncle Lester. That's all I ever wanted. Ever. SNOPsychamerica.com.
What the hell is that?
Us. You and me. The first family of psychoanalysis.
That's quite an aspiration to there, Herman. I just want to be certain that people who come into this office are in good hands.
They will be in good hands. I have the papers drawn up professionally
Papers.
to solidify our agreement. Of course, you can have your people take a look, but it's pretty standard.
You had papers drawn.
To show we're partners, so there will be no question that you and I are the best in business. It's a good deal, see? 50-50. Half the practice yours, half the practice mine. But if you want to change those numbers, I'm fine with it. Okie dokie with a different split. 60-40, 70-30, 75-25. I'm okay with it. I mean, anything less than that for you, and I would feel I was completely taking advantage of the situation.
You would, wouldn't you? I didn't think you'd walk in here with papers.
Being prepared, Uncle Lester. Just like you. Being prepared.
Yeah. I like to be prepared. I've seen you given yourself a parking space in my building.
Our building, Uncle Lester. Our building. The Herman Spritzer Tower.
What about my name?
How does this sound? The Lester Oronofsky Commissary.
If you don't mind, I think I'll go fax this contract over to my own people.
This is the greatest day of my life, Uncle Lester. You are my God, my Savior. I wish your name was Jesus Christ, I do. So I could call you Uncle Jesus.
You're Jewish.
I would only call you Jesus Christ in this office. I would never embarrass you in the public or in any temple.
Thank you.
Imagine me watching you every second of every day, learning exactly how a genuine professional psychiatrist works. I cannot imagine the things I will be seeing in this very room.
Yes, well, a lot of people would be shocked at what they see in this very room. In fact, Herman, maybe you should take the tour. Look around. After all, this might be your office one day.
I would really enjoy that, Uncle Lester. But, of course, I couldn't start here until we settle on fees and per diems.
Huh?
Page 2, paragraph 7, line 4, last sentence.
Herman smiles and exits.
Kifalt. He's right. Fees and per diems.
Myrna enters now in halter top and daisy boots, and with a southern twang.
Something's different.
I slipped into something a little more summery.
It's December.
That's my point.
When we have that talk about the staff, Miss Jorgenson, we might want to discuss your dress code around here.
Dr. Baxter food. She can give you some time if you want to come up today.
That might be a good idea.
And Miss Kitty Gypsy has been scheduled. If there's anything else you can think of doing to me, I would be open to the possibilities.
She undoes everything she did at the start. She sits him down, removes his tie, takes off his jacket, etc. In just being near him, she grows excited. He finally looks at her.
Miss Jorgenson, what if someone should come in here and see you carrying on like this? What if my nephew were to come in here and see you suddenly...
I, Myrna Jorgenson, being of sound mind and body, hereby do swear to not embarrass, be flirty, or dress oddly in front of Dr. Lester Oronofsky, and at no time shall it look like I am inappropriate with his medical practice in any manner.
Myrna.
He exits.
Finally, you called me Myrna.
Lights out. Act 1, Scene 2. Lester enters casually dressed with a headset on, carrying his cell phone. 2 weeks later.
You're my attorney, Carl. I want that contract examined like your life depended on it. And it does. Huh? I have to buy him a company car? Why, that little snot. Yes, I know he calls me Yeshua. He calls me Jesus Christ, too. But I still don't trust him. I know. He shouldn't trust me. Just do your job, Carl.
He throws the earpiece off just as Herman enters, now dressed exactly like Lester was in Scene 1, down to the houndstooth coat. His arms are draped with curtains.
Uncle Lester, I have the most amazing news.
Let me guess, I have to spring for a summer house in East Hampton now for you.
Herman starts to write in his pad.
If you write that, I will break your fingers.
No. I'm getting married.
Oh, it's Simca!
I proposed last night, and she said yes.
My nephew is getting married.
I'm enormously happy. I'm engaged.
And this is the perfect thing for you. It will settle you down. That's what it'll do. Maybe prepare you to see patients without suggesting murder. Oh my. I hope I don't weep incessantly at the sight of you under the chuppah as you circle your bride 7 times and smash the ritual glass with your right foot to symbolize the destruction of the temple. What do you have in your hands there, Herman, for the wedding?
Curtains for my office. I promise you that room at the end of the hall will be a showplace when I get through with it.
My private room at the end of the hall with the view of Central Park?
I have plans for it. Big plans.
But that's my private room at the end of the hall with the view of Central Park.
Uncle Lester, I have been here 2 weeks, and you have not let me see one single patient yet.
That room at the end of the hall has expensive furniture and my pull-out bed.
Myrna said she's willing to throw some patients my way.
You and Miss Jorgenson running my office now. Forget the office. Tell me about this girl. I didn't even know you were dating. Who is this dynamo that's conquered my young nephew?
Her name is Bonnie.
Oh, a perfectly sweet name.
Bonnie Bobonnie.
Bonnie Bobonnie.
Is it still perfect?
As long as you don't name your children Banana Fana or Faux Bana, it's perfect.
She's a librarian.
You'll never go without books. Herman, is she Jewish?
Her father is Jewish. Her great-grandmother on her mother's side was married to a Cossack. They weren't Jewish, but in their neighborhood they beat up a lot of Jews.
Close enough for the Oronofsky clan. Oh, Herman, I can't tell you how happy this makes me. May I be the first to wish you with great nachas and hipkas and other terms that have closely written consonants. We have to celebrate. We have to drink. Straight bourbon!
Oh, she's an old-fashioned girl, Uncle Lester. So sexy. A body to die for. And very shy. You're going to adore her. The thing is, I've asked her to meet me here today. To meet you.
Meet me? Huh, I'd love to meet her. How about I take you both out to lunch?
That would be incredible, Uncle Lester. A dream come true. Uncle Lester taking me and Bonnie Bobonnie out to lunch. I can't make it.
Oh, you can't go?
I just got called from the rental company to pick up the truck to get my furniture from downtown for my new office at the end of the hall with the view of Central Park. Can't use that ratty stuff you have lying around.
Ratty stuff lying around is custom made from Paris. It cost me a fortune just to have it shipped.
But it won't go with the new wallpaper I'm having custom.
Who has custom made wallpaper? And where are you getting all this money from to change my office, Herman?
You'll be proud. I've been using the office credit card. Myrna gave it to me. You really should talk to her. She has to tell you something very important. Did I do wrong?
Yes, no, we'll make this work. I want it to work. Listen, just be careful around here, okay? I'm working on something very sensitive. And I don't want anybody on the outside to get wind of it. It's a monumental idea that any other psychiatrist would kill to get published in their name.
What is it, Uncle Lester? Can you tell me?
You, I can tell. My patient, Tiffany Rage, one of the most extraordinary cases I have ever come across. The girl is lost, confused, alone, using her body when there's a great mind there. an artistic mind. I'm going to make history, Herman. She's going to be my greatest achievement. This has never been done before. I am going to take a girl off the streets and turn her into a princess.
That's never been done before?
Not by me. Now, all right, you go. Don't worry about a thing. I'll entertain Bonnie. She's going to be my niece-in-law. And Bobonnie deserves nothing but the best. Best. Here, an early wedding gift.
This is a 20% discount coupon for the Cheetah's Club on West 23rd. That's a strip club, Uncle Lester.
Would you rather have a set of silver? Go!
When I grow up, I want to be just like Uncle Lester.
You are grown up, my boy.
I've grown up just like Uncle Lester.
Herman exits. Lester takes the kitty notes and locks them back into the drawer, and he exits to his private study. Bobonnie enters. Conservatively dressed, turtleneck, ankle-length skirt, hair pulled tightly back. She innocently sits in the chair and turns it on. It starts to vibrate. At first it's just comfortable. Then it turns into a complete orgasm. Lester enters to catch the end of it. She bolts.
Bobonnie.
Oh, that chair should be arrested. Oh, what you must think of me. You know who I am.
Who else could it be? Herman described you perfectly. An old-fashioned girl. Sexy. And a body to die for. Very shy. Come, there's no need to be coy around me, my dear Bonnie. We're going to be family. Pushka, you call me Lester.
What an honor. I haven't felt this good since the first time my fingers danced through the bibliographic database of the library. I've read all your work. Brilliant, if I may say so.
That means a lot, coming from you, Bonnie.
Some of your theories on love and experimental sex, vis-a-vis positions, really, I'm afraid to admit, brought me going.
You were going. Well, I'm glad you came back.
I once had to excuse myself in the reading room to wash down my face with a cold cloth. I almost fainted in the Library of Congress section.
I'm writing again. I'm working on something very special as we speak.
I am sure it'll be as courageous and dazzling as anything you've ever done.
You're very charming. Herman didn't mention charming, but you are. Now, I'm so sorry he had to run out for supplies, so it's just me and you for lunch. I hope you won't be disappointed.
Augmento al contrario, I purposely waited for Herman to leave.
Why would you do that, my dear?
Should I lie down, Doctor?
If you have a need to lie
I
down.
have fallen out of love with your nephew, Dr. Herman Spritzer.
But you've only been engaged one day.
There was a time when I loved Herman, i.e. when we first met.
Excuse me.
Fireworks went off the very first time he kissed my E.G. cheek.
Your E.G. cheek?
And I admit I did allow him to get to the proverbial second base one night behind the closed stacks. He caressed my hair.
Is that what they're calling second base now?
But as our relationship grew, he demanded more and more physical pleasures upon the flesh, if you know what I mean.
I thought I did, but I'm not ready to commit.
I don't blame him. Maybe I have different standards. It all accumulated last night when I reluctantly but surreptitiously, ipso facto, accepted his proposal of marriage. Don't embarrass me more than I already am, Doctor, by repeating it. I know you're thinking I'm some cheap whore, exemplum Heidi Flex.
No, I would never. Bonnie, how long have the two of you been dating?
Well, it must be now since the last time I cleared out the current periodicals. 3 years.
And all he's done is kiss you on the cheek and caress your hair?
I just don't feel that I can spend the rest of my life at all with that creepy little brown nose.
My Herman?
He's not a man, Dr. Oronofsky. Oh, right now, ad hoc, he looks like one, but he's not. You're a man.
That's very kind.
And the more I read up on you, your talents, your accomplishments, the more I realize that it was a complete de facto that Herman Spritzer is merely a pale impersonation of you, and he can never reach your heights.
He likes to call me Jesus.
And it is a nom de plume that you deserve. I'm just a simple librarian who went straight from receiving her master's in the Dewey Decimal Classification System right to the main branch public library on 5th Avenue at 42nd Street and full-time position at the information desk, open 6 days a week. I don't drink or smoke or wear any sexy clothes. I've read about them in books, but never partook. I wouldn't know how. I don't know anything outside the fantasy world of books.
I'm sure you would look very hot in sexy clothes if you tried.
I cannot just have any man take me to the ultimate pleasure unless I were totally sure, magna cum laude, he was deserved.
Are we still talking about sex?
Of course, and I'm very uncomfortable.
Please don't be. I'm a professional doctor, and I'm not really following what you're saying anyway.
I'm, Virginia, without the Inya. A few years older than most, but completely pure.
Pure? And you say completely?
Herman claimed he was going to be a brilliant doctor, an author, a lecturer, but it's you who are those things.
That I am. So both pure and completely?
You could never live up to your talents, Lester. I swear to all that I will explode from my inner thighs ad infinitum, pure, orgasmic power that will drive man mad, bonding us together in an everlasting sine qua non if I can find a gift from the gods such as you.
You are a gift yourself, my dear Bonnie, intelligent, educated, dedicated, a completely pure gift.
You have a funny look.
My family is part Swedish.
I cannot confront Herman. He has no drive, he has no personality, no passion, etc. I cannot marry and give a man like that the secrets of my womb. Prima facie, it's not gonna happen.
He crosses and stares at the wall.
Herman is my life. All he wants is to marry you. We'll schedule an appointment. A lot of couples enjoy counseling before marriage.
You're facing a wall, Doctor.
I'm listening intently.
My decision is made. That ass kisser ain't getting my cherry, and you have to tell him.
Me? Are you Meshuggah?
I'm too scared. How do you face a man who worships you? He's not who I thought he was. And on top of that, I do not feel ad interim in my heart I can in good faith give Herman Spritzer the one thing I know he craves.
A family.
S&M.
This is what my nephew craves.
Black boots and being tied to a bed frame helplessly. I could never. Ex post facto. If you don't tell Herman that I won't marry him, I just might go through with it. And it will ruin both our lives. I know it will. We'll be miserable.
Can't let that happen. No. Conquests. Come. There is something I want to show you.
Is it something that will help us explain to Herman why I can't marry him?
No, it's my private room at the end of the hall with the view of Central Park. It's being redecorated.
Okay.
He takes her hand and they exit. A moment later, Herman enters from the other door.
I just had to come back for a second and see the look on your faces when you two met. Uncle Lester? Bonbon?